The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 569 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Game of Thrones playing cards from Theory11. So, no further ado, take a look and see what we get. So as you can see, it is in a matte black finish tuck box with a bunch of embossed gold and blue foiling there on the front there. And disclaimer, I don't know much about Game of Thrones, so I won't know too much about some of the details within this. One on the front here, it says Game of Thrones playing cards. Then you got the Iron Throne there in the back there. And it says A Song of Ill and Fire. And then you got some of the different logos there. On one side it says Premium Playing Cards. There's a couple swords there. On the other side it says Game of Thrones. Some more swords. On the bottom you got the Theory11 logo. And you got the HBO logo there. Then it says Premium Playing Cards Theory11. There. And then on the back here, you got a sneak peek of that back design and some more embossed foiling there. For the seal, you got a red stamp style seal. And you got a little logo there. And it says Hand of the King. And it says neutralized by the hand of the king. There. And then just says Game of Thrones on the top there. Some more logos. Now we press down that seal. Grab a hand dandy card opener. Crack that seal. Here we go. On the tuck flap here, got a little bird symbol there, and it says the Seven Kingdoms. The inner tuck flaps have a little wolf kind of design. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside tuck box, as you can see, it is that kind of gold and black color all the way throughout there. So it has that kind of the different little logos here that you saw on the front, but inside the tuck box there. So definitely a custom interior there. Pretty nice. A little bit hard to see just because it's like a darker interior. But now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to look at the card. And as always, we'll start with the back design. So here we have a mirrored back, what looks like a mirrored back design there, with the standard white border going around there, and it has that blue, like a lighter blue metallic colorway there. So it's like a blue and white colorway. There you got the Iron Throne. Then you got like a dragon or some sort off to the side there. And then you got those four symbols once again there, and that white border. Flip it around, same design in both directions. Pretty nice back design there. I like that blue metallic, looks pretty nice. But then we get to that first Joker here. It says Joker there. Then you got Varys and Peter Baelish there, so two of the characters, and it says Theory11, a little spider, and then you got a raven there, a bird. And then we get to the second Joker, it says Joker, then you got a dragon there, with some blue metallic ink there. Pretty nice detail on that dragon. Then you got that custom Ace of Spades there. A little bit of gold and blue metallic ink there. It says Game of Thrones playing cards. You got those four logos again. Then you got a kind of dragon wrapped around with the wings off to the side. Then you got the custom font and suits there in the corners. And you got that custom font there. No, it's just a black and kind of like grayish colorway there for the spades there. And that goes throughout the rest of the spades, so fully custom spades. And then we get to the core cards here, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here. And they're fully custom with characters from the show. I haven't seen the show, so I don't really know any of the characters. The only two characters I know is Jon Snow, and the main character is like Tigurius or something. I can't quite know her name. So just Jon Snow and something Tigurius or something. Those are the only two characters I know. But there's still lots of detail there. They got like the kind of blue and gold kind of colorway there for like their outfits. But then the faces are like black and white. Then you got that custom Ace of Diamonds here with the character there on it there. And then you got that custom gold and red colorway for the diamonds here with a little sword design in it. That goes there with the diamonds. And then we got the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here. Here, fully custom there. And there's I'm pretty sure that's the main character I'm trying to think of, like Tigurius something. I don't know. And is that like the Ice King or something? Something Ice or something? Well, like I'm saying, I don't really know the characters too well, but they still look pretty nice in that with the lots of details. There you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here. I mean, clubs. Yeah, clubs here once again. And that is Peter Dinklage, I'm pretty sure. One of the actors in the show. There. Still lots of detail. And then you got the custom club design there with the three-sword little design there for the clubs there. In that kind of like black and gray colorway. And you got the custom Ace of Spades here. Ace of Clubs there. So that metallic gold once again. There, and you got the little king. Looks like a king there. And then lastly, you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts here. And is that Jon Snow on the King of Hearts? Could be. I'm not entirely sure. There, but that same level of detailing. Then you got the custom hearts here with that sword design with the red and gold colorway. There. So fully custom suits. And then you got the Ace of Hearts here with another character there and some like books and stuff. Then you got the little Theory11 Game of Thrones little ad card here. Back design on the back. And then you got this little Game of Thrones little ad card here. And then on the back, just the back one. But now I like to look at the cards for the handling. They're just that classic air cushion finish from the United States Playing Company. So they will handle fantastic. And straight out of the box, these already feel broken in. These actually feel a little bit like, they're definitely on the thin side, because they have a nice flex to them. There, and the cards actually feel really thin. So if you're a fan of thin cards, then you can pick these up. Or if you're just a fan of Game of Thrones in general, because there's some great detail within these. There, they fan fantastic, super smooth fans there. See all the suits and numbers. That nice giant fan with that little shimmer of the blue metallic ink. But like I say, they handle fantastic. Definitely on the more like thinner side for the cards, so like more crushed stock. But they still feel fantastic. And they handle fantastic as well. It's just a little bit of like a softer feel of the deck just because it's more thinner. So that's the only thing to note. Take note. But other than that, they handle fantastic. Once again, here's that back design, that stunning back design. I don't really know too much about Game of Thrones, like I said. But it's still a fantastic back design. I really like that one. Then they got the fully custom faces from the aces to the kings. There was all the core cards being different characters from the show. There. Then you got those fully custom suits. There's the little swords kind of on each of the cards there. Or the pips. There. Pretty nice. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 569 of a Daily Deck Review. And this has been the Game of Thrones playing cards from Theory11. And I'm the Canadian Character signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.